In the last 12 months, AI-powered cyber attacks have increased by over 300%. At the same time, AI is becoming our most powerful weapon against these very threats. Welcome to the ultimate paradox of modern technology. Artificial intelligence is both the hacker's newest tool and the security expert's best defense. Today, we're diving deep into the intersection of AI and cybersecurity. We'll explore how criminals are weaponizing ChatGPT to write malware, how AI can detect threats in milliseconds that human analysts would miss, and what this technological arms race means for your digital safety. I'm Host Name, and whether you're in tech, just curious about staying safe online, or wondering if your job in cybersecurity is about to change forever, this video is for you. Let's set the stage. Before we talk about the threats and defenses, we need to understand why AI is such a game changer in cybersecurity. Traditional cybersecurity worked like this. Security teams would write rules based on known threats. If malware signature X appears, block it. If login attempt pattern Y occurs, flag it. This is called signature-based detection, and it's been the foundation of cybersecurity for decades. But here's the problem. Cyber criminals aren't playing by yesterday's rules. Every day, over 560,000 new pieces of malware are detected. That's 6.5 new malicious programs every single second. There's no way humans can write rules fast enough to keep up. Enter artificial intelligence. AI doesn't just follow rules, it learns patterns. Machine learning algorithms can analyze billions of data points, identify subtle anomalies that no human would catch, and adapt to new threats in real time. Think of it like this. Traditional security is like having a bouncer with a list of banned people at a nightclub. AI security is like having a bouncer who can read body language, detect suspicious behavior, and predict trouble before it starts. The cybersecurity AI market was valued at about $15 billion in 2023 and is projected to reach over $60 billion by 2030. Companies are betting big on this technology because the stakes couldn't be higher. The average cost of a data breach in 2024 was $488 million. Now for the darker side. Just as defenders are using AI to protect systems, attackers are using it to break them. And they're getting disturbingly creative. Remember when phishing emails were easy to spot? Terrible grammar, obvious scams from Nigerian princes? Those days are over. Large language models like ChatGPT can now generate perfectly written, highly personalized phishing emails in any language. But it gets worse. AI can scrape your social media, analyze your writing style, and craft messages that sound exactly like your colleague, your boss, or your bank. In 2024, researchers demonstrated an AI system that could generate targeted spear phishing emails with a 60% success rate. That's triple the effectiveness of traditional phishing campaigns. These aren't generic spam messages, they're precision-crafted psychological attacks. In early 2024, a finance worker in Hong Kong transferred $25 million to criminals after attending a video call where everyone, including the company's CFO, was a deep fake. The AI-generated faces and voices were so convincing that the employee had no suspicion whatsoever. Voice cloning technology has become so accessible that scammers can now replicate someone's voice from just a few seconds of audio. Imagine getting a call from what sounds exactly like your parent, spouse, or child saying they're in trouble and need money immediately. AI systems can now scan code bases and automatically identify security vulnerabilities faster than human security researchers. While this is useful for defenders, it's also powerful in the wrong hands. Machine learning models can test millions of password combinations per second, adapt their strategies based on what works, and even predict likely passwords based on leaked databases and behavioral patterns. Here's where it gets really sophisticated. AI-powered malware can modify its own code to evade detection. Every time it replicates, it looks different to antivirus software, like a virus that constantly changes its disguise. Security researchers have demonstrated AI malware that can learn the normal patterns of a network and blend in, adapt its attack strategy based on defenses it encounters, remain dormant until optimal conditions for attack, even write its own new attack code on the fly. The scary part? Much of this technology is open source and accessible. You don't need to be an elite hacker anymore. You just need to know how to prompt an AI system. Okay, enough doom and gloom. Let's talk about how AI is also our greatest defense against these threats. Because for every malicious use of AI, there are security applications that are genuinely revolutionary. Modern AI security systems can analyze network traffic in real time, processing terabytes of data to identify threats that would be invisible to humans. For example, AI can detect zero-day exploits, completely new attacks that have never been seen before. How? By understanding what normal looks like and flagging anything unusual. If an employee suddenly starts accessing files they've never touched before, or data is being exfiltrated at unusual hours, AI catches it. Companies like Darktrace use what they call enterprise immune system technology, modeled after the human immune system. Just as your body learns to recognize and fight new pathogens, these AI systems learn the unique patterns of an organization and detect anomalies autonomously. Microsoft reported that their AI security systems block over 65 billion threats every single day. That's not a typo, billion with a B. No human security team could come close to that scale. When a threat is detected, speed matters. Every second counts. AI-powered security orchestration, automation, and response, SOAR platforms can immediately isolate infected systems, block malicious IP addresses, revoke compromised credentials, launch countermeasures. All of this happens in milliseconds without waiting for a human analyst to notice the alert, investigate, and decide on a response. Here's something fascinating. AI can identify you not just by your password, but by how you type, how you move your mouse, even how you hold your phone. These behavioral biometrics are incredibly difficult to fake. If someone steals your password but types differently than you do, AI catches it. If a bot is trying to access an account, its mouse movements are unnaturally perfect. AI detects that too. This is where AI really shines. Instead of just reacting to attacks, AI can predict where attacks are likely to come from. By analyzing global threat intelligence, data from millions of endpoints worldwide, AI systems can identify emerging attack patterns, predict which vulnerabilities are likely to be exploited next, and recommend preemptive security measures. It's like weather forecasting for cyber threats. Security teams can see the storm coming and prepare before it hits. Banks and credit card companies use AI to detect fraudulent transactions in real time. These systems analyze spending patterns, location data, device information, and thousands of other variables to determine if a transaction is legitimate. That's why your card might get declined when you're traveling, or why you get a text asking, "Was this you?" when an unusual purchase is made. AI is working behind the scenes, protecting your money 24/7. The key advantage defenders have is scale. While one criminal might use AI to craft sophisticated attacks, the collective security industry is pooling data from billions of devices, creating AI models that get smarter with every attack they witness. So we have AI attackers versus AI defenders. What does this technological arms race actually look like, and where is it headed? Here's the cycle we're in. Attackers use AI to create more sophisticated threats. Defenders build AI to counter those threats. Attackers then train their AI on the defensive AI to learn how to evade it. Defenders respond by making their AI more robust. And round we go. This is called adversarial machine learning, and it's creating some fascinating challenges. For instance, researchers have shown that you can fool AI image recognition systems with carefully crafted noise that's invisible to the human eye. What looks like a normal photo of a cat to you might be classified as a toaster by an AI. These adversarial examples can potentially trick AI security systems too. Detecting deep fakes is becoming an entire field of AI research. Current detection systems analyze subtle artifacts in videos, unnatural blinking patterns, inconsistent lighting, audio-visual sync issues. But as deepfake generation improves, detection becomes harder. We're seeing detection accuracies drop from 95% to 70% in just the last 2 years as generation technology advances. This is a race where the offense currently has the upper hand. Here's a philosophical challenge. When an AI blocks a transaction or flags an email as malicious, can it explain why? Many AI systems are black boxes. Even their creators don't fully understand how they reach certain decisions. This creates problems for security teams who need to understand threats, compliance officers who need to justify decisions, and users who want to know why they're being blocked. There's a growing push for explainable AI in cybersecurity, but it's technically challenging. The more accurate an AI model, often the less interpretable it becomes. Effective AI security requires vast amounts of data. The more data an AI system can analyze, the better it becomes at detecting threats. But this creates privacy concerns. Should your employer's AI monitor every keystroke you make to detect insider threats? Should your bank analyze your purchase history in extreme detail to detect fraud? Where's the line between security and surveillance? Different countries are answering these questions differently, creating a fragmented global landscape for AI security deployment. There's currently a shortage of about 3.5 million cybersecurity professionals worldwide. AI can help bridge this gap by automating routine tasks, but it also requires new skills. Security teams now need to understand machine learning, data science, and AI model management. The job market is shifting from security analyst to AI security specialist. If you're in this field or considering entering it, AI literacy is no longer optional. It's essential. All right, enough technical deep dive. Let's bring this home. What does all of this mean for you, whether you're an everyday internet user or a security professional? Be skeptical of everything. In an age of AI-generated content and deepfakes, trust nothing at face value. If you receive an urgent request for money, even if it looks or sounds like someone you know, verify through a separate channel. Call them back on a known number. Don't click links in unexpected emails. The trust but verify approach is dead. Now it's verify, then maybe trust. Use AI-powered security tools, password managers with AI-powered breach detection, browsers with AI-based phishing protection, antivirus with machine learning capabilities. These tools are increasingly accessible and affordable. Many are even free. Enable multi-factor authentication everywhere. AI might crack your password, but it can't easily bypass multiple authentication factors, especially biometric ones. Stay informed. Cybersecurity awareness isn't just for IT professionals anymore. Understanding basic attack vectors, phishing, social engineering, malware is digital literacy. Subscribe to security newsletters, follow reputable cybersecurity experts, and stay updated on emerging threats. Invest in AI security infrastructure. Traditional perimeter defense isn't enough anymore. You need AI-powered endpoint detection and response, EDR, security information and event management, SIM systems with machine learning, and automated threat intelligence platforms. Train your team. Your employees are both your biggest vulnerability and your strongest defense. Security awareness training needs to include AI-specific threats, deepfakes, sophisticated phishing, social engineering tactics that leverage AI. Implement zero-trust architecture. Never trust, always verify. Assume breach has already occurred. AI makes this approach more feasible by continuously validating users and devices without creating friction. Embrace AI, don't fear it. AI isn't replacing security analysts, it's augmenting them. Your job is evolving from manual threat hunting to managing AI systems, interpreting their outputs, and handling the complex cases that still require human judgment. Develop AI literacy. Learn the basics of machine learning, understand how AI models work, and stay current with AI security tools. You don't need to become a data scientist, but you need to speak the language. Think like an attacker. Use AI tools yourself to understand their capabilities. Test your defenses with AI-powered penetration testing. The best defense is understanding the offense. So where is all of this headed? Let me share some predictions based on current trends and expert analyses. Prediction number 1: autonomous cyber defense. Within the next 5 years, we'll see fully autonomous AI security systems that can detect, respond to, and neutralize threats without any human intervention. Think of it as a digital immune system that runs 24/7, learning and adapting constantly. We're already seeing early versions with technologies like autonomous response systems, but the next generation will be far more sophisticated. Prediction number 2: AI versus AI combat. Cyber attacks will increasingly involve AI systems directly fighting each other. Attackers will deploy AI agents to probe defenses, and defensive AI will counter them in real time. These confrontations will happen at machine speed, thousands of actions per second. Humans will become strategic orchestrators rather than tactical operators, deciding overall security posture while AI handles execution. Prediction number 3: quantum complications. Quantum computing is on the horizon and it's going to change everything. Current encryption methods will become obsolete. AI will be essential for implementing and managing quantum-resistant cryptography. Prediction number 4: regulatory reckoning. Governments worldwide are waking up to AI security challenges. Expect significant regulation around AI use in cybersecurity, mandatory disclosure of AI-powered attacks, and potentially restrictions on certain AI security technologies. The EU's AI Act is just the beginning. We'll see more comprehensive frameworks emerge globally. Prediction number 5: democratization of both offense and defense AI tools will become even more accessible on both sides. Small businesses will be able to afford enterprise-grade AI security. Unfortunately, small-time criminals will also have access to sophisticated AI attack tools. The playing field is leveling, which is both encouraging and terrifying depending on who's using the technology. Here's the bottom line: AI in cybersecurity is inevitable and irreversible. We're past the point of debating whether we should use AI for security. The question is how we use it responsibly and effectively. The good news? History shows that defenses tend to win these technological arms races eventually. Email spam was a crisis in the early 2000s. Now AI-powered filters catch 99.9% of it. Credit card fraud was rampant. Now AI detects most of it in real time. The key is staying vigilant, adaptable, and informed. Whether you're protecting your personal data or an entire enterprise network, understanding this AI-driven landscape is crucial. Remember, in cybersecurity, paranoia isn't a weakness, it's a professional skill. Question everything, verify constantly, and stay one step ahead. If you found this valuable, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. I've got more deep dives coming on emerging tech threats, privacy in the AI age, and practical security guides. Drop a comment below. Are you more worried about AI-powered attacks or more hopeful about AI-powered defenses? I read every comment and love hearing your perspectives. Stay safe out there, and remember, the best security is the security you actually implement.
So bitch, I better love me. Look what I'm becoming. In my mind I'm running all around circles. Better thoughts are coming. And my mind is like a reflex. It knows just what I need next. If I could just believe, then I know I can turn all of my thoughts into a real threat. 'Cause I'm my own worst enemy. Only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed.